everybody, welcome back to I Played a Thing, Devil Summoner 2, and guess what happened? We just got invaded. Oh yes, this is the last rider, the fourth one and the crappiest of them all. As you can see here, we're in Tento Woods, but invasion can really happen anywhere. It's just down to luck, like everything else in this game. Anyhow, we can't really prepare for this very well because, well, you're gonna see what a massive dick move this particular fight is. This rider has all the same tricks that the previous riders did, in addition to one more, which is... I don't like to think about it very much because this fight took me 45 minutes to do because I had to retry so many times. So the first thing I'm going to do is have my Bakyong cast a magic buff that'll last the entire fight, have my magic do more damage to it than usual. The rider isn't weak to fire per se, but magic attacks do a lot of damage to it, so I'm going to have my Cerberus cast fire on it multiple times. So you see how much damage it does, quite a bit, and takes a good chunk of the health bar off there. Unfortunately, my Cerberus is not very accurate and tends to miss a lot, which means that my magic is going to get drained a lot. And here's the luck roulette. So I get the worst luck roulette possible, which is no items. This means that all I have is my magic. Fortunately, we actually do have a small regenerative effect on the magic. It will go up if you wait for it long enough when it's low enough. So I will be able to heal myself, just not often. I just have to make sure that I survive long enough. In any case, I'm just praying that my Cerberus hits the rider. It's not looking like a very efficient use of magic right now. So eventually we do get the rider down past the first stage. However, this is when the rider pulls out its first dick move. That's right, there are now two riders. Both of them have this exact same length of health bar. They do not share a health bar, they are now two separate health bars, each the same length as before. Fortunately, damage does carry over between rounds, but oh god, now I have to do twice the work in order to beat the Pale Rider. And my healer demon is down. In addition, the Pale Rider can cast a spell to increase its attack power. It's a really bad spell because it means they can one-shot your demons if they manage to hit. Also, you see, they continually summon undead, which causes death damage. Because of that, I'm gonna summon Mikaboshi, who's immune to all death damage. Mikaboshi will act as a tank to all the summon undead spells. In addition, I'm gonna pull out another demon, my Fluctuations. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong. But I need another attacker. Now have a look at this. They just immobilized my Kukulane. And killed it in one hit because of that Taru spell that increased its damage. Do you see what I mean here? Do you see what I mean here? In any case, we finally beat one of the Pale Riders down to the next phase of the battle. And hey, did you like having two Pale Riders to fight? Guess what? Now there's three! They do not share a health bar, each of them has a health bar as long as they're friends. You see what I mean here? I had to do this quite a few times. This is not a fun fight. All three of them can cast Summon Undead at the same time too. So you got three of those little Grim Reapers coming after you. Fortunately, Mikaboshi is tanking some of them, but they can take off a lot of damage if they hit. I'll show you what my strategy is. It's finally to stay in the corner there and just tank the hits. As you can see, if I'm defending, it only does 13 damage per hit. Just have my demons do all the attacking. This takes a lot of time. At this point, I'm just praying that my demons don't get one-shotted like Kukulane did earlier. So in order to stay alive, I just try to sit this one out. You can see my health bar goes down, but I don't really risk healing because it costs magic. And now at last, we see that one of the Pale Riders is killed. So now I only have two Pale Riders to deal with. Oh boy! One fortunate thing about this fight is that Mikaboshi heals so much with every Medea spell. You see, one of those spells healed me by 322 points, and only cost 18 magic to cast. This is a really useful skill to have in the middle of one of these battles, which means all I have to do is wait until 18 points of magic regenerate in order to cast it. That insane level of healing is the only reason that I survived this fight. So at last, after a long fight, we finally kill it. We finally defeated the Pale Rider. Whatever. I'm just glad it's over. But enough of that. Let's see who Rider wants to date. And by one vote, our winner was Tay! So Tay doesn't have much to say when you wake up afterwards. She asks you to go look for Nagi, who's disappeared. That's something we can do. But you know what? Let's go back and see what would happen if he picked someone else. What if we date Nagi? Oh, Tay. I don't think Nagi's gonna work that way. I did? I don't know what you're talking about, Nagi. What if we date Akane? We picked up this letter from Don's prison. And this is actually the best outcome for the dating sim. Akane gives you a sword. It's a pretty good sword too, if we didn't have a better one right now. Well, that's enough of that. Thanks for voting, folks. So now we head out to Tsukigata Village. Yeah, let's ask about Nagi. So let's head out to the Nameless Shrine. And there's a servant here who will tell us more about where Nagi's gone. So by this exchange, we can tell that she's off in the Summoner's Hall, where we trained with her earlier. Sorry, I should say, quote-unquote, trained. Welcome back to the Great Summoner's Hall. We can skip over the first section since we'd beaten it last time. But here we find Nagi meeting up with Garen. Oh dear. Garen is not looking good. Oh, Garen, I don't think you're in the position to be telling anyone what to do right now. And in he goes, and the seal forms right back behind him. Oh no. So this is the reason why Garen has always acted sick in the past. His tuberculosis. Well, Nagi should know we're not going to get a little thing like a sealed door to stop us. So how do we break this seal? Well, the first thing is we pull up a skill demon like Mikaboshi. If we investigate the door, we'll see that in the floor is Garen's blood. We're gonna touch it. Ew. Hope you don't have any cuts on your hands, Rido. In any case, what does this let us do? Yep, we can finally become Garen himself. And we get Garen's theme song in the process. And we've broken the seal open. First thing we do is turn back to Rido, though. We can't really engage enemies as Garen. So the way this room is set up is that there's a number of traps in this room. They're basically little challenges that if you don't follow them correctly, they'll dump you in an underground pit and you have to climb your way back out again. They're not terrible. In fact, well, I'll explain in a bit. The hall is a place that tells time. Mind the hour and move forward. Midnight strikes twice, 3 o'clock twice, yada yada yada. I think you know what this particular puzzle is. Midnight is midnight on the clock, 3 is 3 o'clock on the clock. 9 o'clock is 9 o'clock on the clock, which is west, 3 o'clock is east. And that's the number of squares to move. So, it's not a very difficult puzzle. There's a bunch of them in here. I'll be skipping over them since they're pretty redundant. Well, except for the last one, which is, I'd use a fact to get that one. That one is not intuitive at all, but we'll skip it too. In any case, Rido, you have what you need. Let's beat this puzzle. Whoops, that wasn't the right way to go. Fortunately, when you go down below, you'll actually find a prize. So it's actually to your advantage to fail these. That way you can get the prize downstairs. Then go back and just fix it up again. 9 o'clock twice. And 12 o'clock twice. And we've beaten it. Unfortunately, just because we've beaten it doesn't mean we won't have to do it again every time we want to cross it. Unfortunately, we will. So, try not to backtrack in here. So we finally make it to the end past all the traps. I mentioned the last puzzle. Basically what it wants you to do is it wants you to stand on one side of the board while sending your demon solo on the other side of the board. The clues that it gives you are not intuitive in English, and so I had to find out in the FAQ. Very annoying. We are definitely going to move forward. We've got the demons to handle this. And see, there's one of Garen's very powerful demons. Unfortunately, it's been killed off too, by the predecessors. Now only 2 Garen predecessors remain. That means Garen spent his time whooping about 15 of these while we were out doing puzzles. That is incredible. You saw how long it took me to do 3 Pale Riders. Imagine having to do 15 Garens at once. That's just incredible. Go you, Garen. Go you. It's us! Aww. I don't think Garen's gonna stop now. He's only got 2 of his predecessors to go. Uh-oh. Poor Garen. Oh yeah, Nagi. You do it. I think you'll find she is, Garen. She took out a Garen predecessor. Nagi, you are really awesome today. Today you shine. Oh. Garens are pretty badass. Fortunately, there's only one Garen predecessor left. So like Garen himself, the Garen predecessor doesn't have any weaknesses. So the first thing I want to do is just tell my demons to just straight up beat the crap out of them. And I cast the same spell that the Pale Rider used in order to make me stronger. Now we just pile onto him. Have Thor heal me up a bit. And Garen does very little damage to me by attacking me while I'm blocking. And we're down 1/3 of the way. That Dragon Fang is pretty powerful, but we're doing pretty good. Now we've taken down the next stage. So it's a good idea to waste your magic earlier in this fight because Garen is just going to use that Soma in order to give you back all your health and magic. I disagree. I think Garen could have done better if he just healed himself. Now have a look on the floor. There's a bunch of little Garen predecessors. They cast little magic buffs and stuff, but they're really not worth spending too much time about. I pulled my demons back because Garen's about to cast Astral Burst. Fortunately, it doesn't damage me that much. And we're down the next phase. The sigil? So Garen's sigil paralyzes the Garen predecessor, which means that it's not going to attack back no matter what we do to it. So I'm not going to attack it. I'm just going to let my demons have fun with it. And I'm just going to stand here and regenerate health. Yep. I'm not going to do anything. Garen, you didn't have to. Trust us. We had this under control. And just to show you how under control I have it, yep, we're not gonna do a thing. And doesn't matter how long you do this, it will not attack back. And we won. That took us up a level. More strength is good. Aw, Dekorabia gave us a pearl. Oh good, then there's nothing to worry about. Aww. And the seal is broken. Taoti, the Dark God, will emerge. For those of you who played earlier Shin Megami Tensei games, you know exactly what's coming. You want a health up or some life stones or anything there? Well, the Reaper came for me. 4 Reapers, in fact. 7 if you count the Pale Rider. Now, I didn't go with any of... You don't have to go with the Reaper. You're a Devil Summoner. You can beat the crap out of the Reaper. But no, he needs a noble death, and so... More until I join you, Garen. Take care. Garen has passed away, but he did it with honor and badassitude. Just like she said before. Alright, let's see what this dark god looks like. Taoti, the hungry demon. Taoti, the hungry god. Yep. Indeed. Sheep god. Very hungry little sheep god. One of the 4 ancient evils, and we've just released it into the world again. Oh boy. Actually, Taoti won't show up in our inventory. We'll have to fuse it in order to summon it. All right, let's head out. Yeah, Tao T is kind of always hungry, and that hunger is going to help us out. You're going to do what? How often do you get to hear that? Whatever you say, sheep. I believe we're in it for the ride. Don't trust that sheep as far as you can throw it, but it's gonna help us out. Enjoy the cutscene, folks. It's pretty badass, too. Well, Shinato's not very happy about what we just did there, even if it saved the capital. Yes, Shinato? Kind of like what Yahweh did to Aleph in Shin Megami Tensei 2? No, I think we have a pretty good rapport with the future. Especially since we're Chaos. Okay, Shinato, whatever you say. So we kinda smushed Akijiro's mansion there. And with that, Chapter 6 comes to an end. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time for the final chapter. And just to let you know, I've been sick this week, so there won't be an episode next week. I apologize, but I hope it gave you some time to catch up on the longer episodes. Sorry about this. See you next time.